Now let us look at the methods of string class. I have listed all the important methods of string class, commonly used methods. These are the methods, right? We'll be learning about all of them. Now, a few things to observe here is that, see, as I said that in Java, some notation is followed for giving the class name or method name. So here, if you observe this one, I read it out, equals ignore case, equals first word, ignore second word, case third word. So I is capital, C is capital, E is not capital, E is small. So there are three words in the name of a method. So first word, first letter is small. And every method is taking some parameter and some are without parameter. And whatever the result they are returning, after performing operation, the results return some result. What result they are returning, these are the return types of the methods. Now let us look at all these methods one by one. So for explaining the methods, I have taken one small example here. Already I have a string str Java, a literal Java. So you know very well where this object will be created. Yes, it is created in pool because this is a literal constant. It's not created in heap. Okay. Now let us see the method. So the first method is length. This gives the length of a string. So how to call that? So I will declare one variable here. Let us say L, and then I will say this str dot length. This is the method, or this is the way how you call the methods. By using dot operator, we can call the methods of a class. So we already have a string object, and if you say dot length, then that method will be called and it returns the length of a string. What will be the result? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will be the result. See, it counts the number of characters in a string that gives the length of a string. So this is the length of a string. Now next method. Next method is, this is to change the case of a string. See, these are two similar methods are there. One will change to lowercase and the other one will change to uppercase. So how to use that? In the same string, I will say str dot to lower case. So it will change the string to lowercase. Now one important thing to learn here. See, already str is a string, right? String, this is the object in which Java is there. So to lowercase, I have one capital letter, rest of them are in lower cases. It will change everything into lowercase. So the important thing, it will not change the same string object. String objects are immutable. They cannot be modified. This is the new thing we are learning. A string object cannot be modified. Then how it will change the cases? It will take that string, creates a new string with all the lower cases, and then it returns a new string. Then that result, we can take it in some other string reference. So I'll take one more string reference. I'll declare string str1, assign this one. So now after this, the result will be str1 is a new reference, this is a reference, right? And here to lowercase, it will create a new object with all lower cases and returns that object. So a new object will be created, okay? Java, a new object is created, okay? And that str1 can be pointing there. So when you are changing something in a string, when any changes are there, all these methods, if anybody is making changes, it will not modify the same thing, right? If any method is making changes, it will give you a new string. So we got a new string. Now that is existing already, and then it has created a new one. Now one more thing. If you say, no, I don't want to take it in any other reference, I want to mention here str only. Just read it properly. Str assigned with str dot to lowercase. So this will create a new object. This one. This object will be created, and I want to assign it to str only. So where str is pointing right now, it is pointing on this object. So if you do it like this, then the new object will be given to str. So str will not be pointing here, but it will be pointing on a new object. So this will be a new object. So if you want to modify same thing, then same thing is not modified, but the same reference will be pointing on the new object. And one more important point, this new object will be created in heap. This was in the pool, but this will be created in heap. All right. So this result object will be inside the heap. Now I hope you have understood what to uppercase will do. It will change everything into uppercase, right? The entire string, whatever the contents you have. Now next I will explain what does it mean by trim. So I'll remove this and I'll explain. Here I have taken a new string. So in this string I have written welcome, that is a message or a string. And if you observe, there are some blank spaces before the word welcome, and there are some blank spaces after the word also. So there are some leading or tailing blank spaces are there. So if you use this method trim, it will remove those blank spaces. So in a string, if there are any blank spaces, that will be removed. This method is useful if you are taking string as input from the user. So your program is taking input from the user. Don't know how the user has given anything. He may be giving spaces, right? So if there are any spaces, it will be removed. So on the safer side, before using the string, better trim it so that if you have leading or tailing blank spaces, that will be removed. So that trim method, so if you call str.trim, right, and this will create a new object, okay, with removed blank spaces. Welcome, new object will be created. Again, this will not modify the same string, it will give another string object. And if you are saying that this should be assigned to str only, then this str will not be pointing there, no, it will be pointing here. Okay, so it will be pointing on this new object. So this object will be gone, str will not be pointing there, str will be pointing on a new one because we have given str assign str.trim. So this string is trim and a new object is created. As I just now said that strings are immutable, always a new object will be created if any modifications are required. So that's it, we have finished with these functions. Now let us look at this function, that is substring. Now for substring, I have taken this string. Let us learn about substring. Substring, again it will give you a part of a string and it is returning a new string. It will return a new string, like these were returning a new string. So it will give a part of a string as a new string. So in that we have to mention index, that is beginning index. So for example, if I say str dot, like this is the object, right? Str dot, if you say substring, and I have to give the index here. Now one more thing to observe, that this is a single word. So this is not, these are not two words. So this is in small letter, right? So don't take the second word as capital S. Substring is a single word. So everything in lower cases. If I say 3, alright, index is 3, then it returns a substring. So I will take it as another variable, let us say sub. Now sub will be pointing upon an object. So from 3 to the end, that is COME, this will be returned by this substring. So whatever the starting index you have given, from there till the end of a string, you will get a substring. So this is a substring method, first one. Then there is one more version. You can give the beginning index and ending index. So here I'll give the starting index as 3. I will modify the same thing. Then I want up to M, right? COM, 3 to 5. So I should give 6. I should not give 5, I should give 6. So it will start from 3, but it will stop at ending index -1. So it will give till 5. So up to 6, right? Except 6 character, it will give the substring. So 3, 4, 5. At 6, it will stop. So we have to give the starting point and where it has to stop taking the substring. So 6 minus 1. So this result will be COM, just COM. A new substring will be given. That is a type of string only. So this is the result of this substring. So we have seen both the methods. One will take just the starting index till the end of a string. Second one will take the starting index and ending index, and that will be ending index -1. Now next method also I will show you. Like next method is string, that is replace. This will replace. So this method takes the old character and the new character. So it will replace every old character with new character. Let us apply that method on the same string. I'll just remove this. If I say str dot replace letter E with letter K. So if I change like this, and if I take the result in str, Okay, so what will be the new string? Every letter E will be modified to K. So it will be W, K, L, C, O, and then M and K. So all E's will be replaced with K's. So old letter with new letter. So you can replace the letters in a string. Again, after replacement, it gives a new string. It will not modify the same string. Now there are other methods. We'll look at them, that is starts with and ends with. I'll explain them together. I'll take another example and explain you.